overcome global challenges, various sectors around the world are looking to solve this problem by implementing sustainable development goals. And one of the parameters is by ensuring the implementation of environmental, social, and governance as a principle for the company's development, business, and investment. Pertamina is one of those who ensures the SGD risk is being implemented well in the company. In fact, Indonesia's state-owned oil company is ranked first around the world as how well the company is managing the ESG risk. To address this issue, we will have a chat with the Vice President Corporate Communication of Pertamina, Fajar Joko Santoso, as the leading company and the key player to energy transition in Indonesia. Pak Fajar, thank you so much for inviting us today to the Pertamina booth at Indonesia International Motor Show. So this booth is having a theme of performance and green innovation. So why do you deem this theme to be important?
Yeah, thank you. So please welcome to our booth, Pertamina booth. So we highlighted what we do, what Pertamina currently do in facing energy transition. Now we're still focusing on performance, which is we highlighted our high quality product such as gasoline and lubricants. That's why we call it performance. So basically this booth offer two theme, performance based on performance of our product. We already have a partnership with global player. We can see that on the left side, we promote the Pertamax Turbo, who recently joined partnership with Valentino Rossi and then Saint Gelael to compete in World Endurance Championship 2024 in Europe. And then last year we also have agreement with VR46, the MotoGP team, also owned by Valentino Rossi, to compete in this year MotoGP. So that's kind of a collaboration, I think, that can elevate our products to be recognized by a global. So yeah, so we hopefully that our product can be more recognized and more global.
All right, so going forward in the future, will Pertamina be completely 100% switch the energy from fossil fuels to renewable energy? Or
Yeah,
will
we cannot say that we will leave the fossil energy. It is true that fossil energy is nowadays currently in reducing in trend, but Indonesia is still a developing country. The population also still growing. Also, it means that the growing demand in energy also will be increasing. Fossil energy in Pertamina, we still maintaining to ensure the national security, to ensure the national resilient energy resilience. Because like what I said before, the demand of energy in the future, I think, we still increase. That's why we cannot say goodbye to the fossil energy. But on the other hand, also we promote another source of energy, such as electric and then hydrogen and then gas, to promote net zero emission. That we also support government's target to achieve net zero emission by 2060 or even earlier.
Right, so the green innovation is an interesting term, especially when we want to delve more into environmental, social, and governance. So let's start with the first aspect of ESG, which is environmental. Undoubtedly, climate change represents one of the most pressing challenge in our time. So as a key player to the energy transition, the energy sector in Indonesia, what are some of the technologies that PT Pertamina is implementing to tackle this issue?
Yeah, sure. Now everyone is talking about ESG. Pertamina as an energy company also put ESG as our priority. That's why before we talking about the technology, I want to mention that Pertamina as a state-owned enterprise has already like 10 focus of sustainability. Let's start with the environmental. Since the government's committed to aim the net zero emission by 2060, Pertamina also within internally already have a decarbonization program. So we make all the operation and unit business in Pertamina make a decarbonization program. For example, now we converting some of our refinery to become green refinery, which produce biofuel, biodiesel, and also the last development is sustainable aviation fuel, which is the combination between fossil fuel and new renewable energy from the bioenergy. And then we also developing carbon capture utility and storage. Now everyone is talking about CCS, CCUS, carbon capture storage and carbon capture utility and storage. We also enhancing that kind of technology. That's why we partner also with global player, energy company global, to also make a partnership and collaboration with Pertamina how to enhance the increasing of the implementation of technology CCS and CCUS.
Right, so in order to develop the technology, Indonesia continuously to collaborate with other countries, as you said, with our global partners. Is that correct? Yep.
Pertamina cannot stand alone in developing technology in terms of environmental. Pertamina have Pertamina geothermal energy, and then we also hydrogen, that like what I said before. So last month we already groundbreaking the hydrogen station. We partner with Toyota, and then Toyota have the car that specialize on utilization of hydrogen. That's why we try, and then we'll look that this kind of potential can be alternative energy beside the electrical vehicle. So based on that, we also create biofuel. Maybe some of people already use like biodiesel. We already achieved B35 last year, and this year we targeted we increase the B to B40, which is the combination 40% of palm oil with diesel. So that's the combination. Last year we also launched Pertamax Green 95. That is also combination between Pertamax and 5% of bioethanol. That's kind of strategy, that kind of innovation that we always create to make Pertamina and all the products of Pertamina can be more environmental friendly. With all those efforts that I said before, Pertamina last year is already succeeded reduce their emission by 31% 2023 even before the national target is in 2030. So Pertamina already achieved that target way of national target.
All right, so we are moving on to the second aspect of ESG, which is social. So as you mentioned earlier, Pertamina has like a vast range of stakeholders, be it nationally and internationally as well. So starting from employers, and then supplier, consumer, community, and many more. So how does Pertamina maintain the reputation as well as the relationship with its stakeholders?
Yeah, sure. Pertamina put health and safety sector as our top priority. That's why maybe it's under social aspect, right? And we also push what we call empowerment. As you know, that 2 of our 7 director is a woman, Bu Nika and Bu Emma. So it's already almost achieved the minister's state-of-own enterprise target. That should be 25% minimum woman composition in all direction, all director. But we move forward to that. And then we also given opportunity to our disability friends who can apply to become our employees, and for social more broader. We also have like corporate social responsibility. I think every company has corporate social responsibility, right? So we focus on our CSR to focus on education, health, and also empower of local economy. So that's why we hope that what we did, like from our CSR and then from our internal engagement with our employees, it can be boost our social aspect in ESG.
Okay, lastly, moving on to the third aspect of ESG, which is governance. So how does Pertamina implement its operation management to ensure the internal sustainability?
Yeah, for the third aspect is governance. Pertamina is always do our best to keep the GCG, Good Corporate Governance score, is always increasing. Like we already have in 2020, Pertamina launched a clean charter, which reflects the Pertamina Clean's value.
Right. In implementing ESG, there are risks to it. So, how does Pertamina ensure that the ESG risk is still manageable and Pertamina could sustain the first rank of the ESG Sustainalytics?
Yeah, last year we had a great news that Pertamina currently is number one in ESG score in sub-integrated oil and gas. Way back to 2021, Pertamina still in 8th position, but after all the effort that we did, like 2 or 3 years behind, that last year we achieved, we become the number one in the world in sub-integrated oil and gas. It means that what we did, what our efforts is on the right track, on the right way, and then we still improving some of the aspect, but we can see that our target, if we can say we have target, this year we hope that we will enter and we will become the first energy company who have lower risk rating by Sustainalytics.
All right, so there's a lot of targets to achieve this year and already lots of targets that have been achieved.
Yes.
Right. So now we're moving on to talk about the product quality. How does Pertamina manage the high level of product quality but still ensure that it is still best in price?
Yeah, sure. As a state-owned enterprise, we also have a responsibility to provide energy with accessibility and affordability. In terms of quality, Pertamina is always make sure that the product that we produce, that we provide, is always in high quality. We can see from the example here that we display that many of our product is collaborate with global player. It means that our product is recognized by global. We also export our lubricants to more than 20 countries currently. So it already says by itself that our product it have the best quality. And also about the price, again, as a state-owned enterprise, we have to provide all the people with afford energy that can be afforded by the people.
All right, so that wraps up our interview with the Vice President Corporate Communication of Pertamina, Fajar Santoso, about the implementation of environmental, social, and governance in Pertamina. All right, thank you so much, Pa.
Thank you. Thank you.